April 28th, 2012. United Center, Chicago. Playoff game, Bulls versus 76ers. Fourth quarter, 1 minute 22 seconds remaining. Bulls up by 12 points. The game is over. Everyone knows it. Coaches know it. Players know it. Fans know it. Everyone except one person. Derrick Rose, the youngest MVP in NBA history, stands at the top of the key. Catches a pass from C.J. Watson. One dribble. Plants his left foot. And in the next 47 seconds, everything that Derrick Rose worked for, everything Chicago dreamed of, everything the NBA expected, vanishes. Not gradually. Instantly. One plant. One pop. One moment that separates before and after. And the worst part, the part that haunts everyone who was there, everyone who witnessed, everyone who could have stopped it. It didn't have to happen. Not that night. Not in a game that was already won. Not when the coach could have pulled him. Not when Rose could have sat. But neither happened. In those 47 seconds from the moment his knee exploded to the moment he disappeared into the tunnel, changed basketball forever. The 2011 to 2012 season. Derrick Rose is unstoppable. 22 years old. Reigning MVP. Fastest player in the league. Most explosive point guard anyone has seen. Chicago native, carrying his city on his back. The Bulls are the #1 seed in the East. Best record in the conference. Championship expectations everywhere. Rose is averaging 21 points, 8 assists. Playing 37 minutes per game. Every single game. No rest. No load management. No sitting out back-to-backs. Tom Thibodeau, the head coach, plays his starters heavy minutes. Always has. Always will. Defense first. Grind it out. Wear down opponents. And Rose, being Rose, never complains. Never asks for rest. Never sits when the team needs him. That's who he is. Loyal. Tough. Chicago through and through. But there are whispers. Quiet concerns. Trainers noticing things. The way Rose lands after drives. The stress on his knees. The small tweaks that keep happening. Nothing major. Nothing that stops him. Just little warnings. Little red flags that everyone ignores because Rose keeps playing. Keeps dominating. Keeps winning. And when you're winning, when you're the MVP, when you're carrying a championship contender, nobody wants to hear about rest. Nobody wants to talk about preservation. You play. That's it. Playoff arrive. First round. Bulls versus 76ers. Chicago is heavily favored. Expected to sweep. Rose is playing with extra intensity. Extra aggression. This is his time. His moment. His chance to prove that the youngest MVP can become the youngest champion. Game 1 goes to overtime. Rose plays 48 minutes. Every single minute. Scores 26 points. Bulls win. Game 2 is close. Rose plays 44 minutes. Another win. Game 3, Philadelphia. Rose plays 45 minutes. Bulls lose. Now it's 2-1. Series tighter than expected. Thibodeau isn't resting Rose. Can't rest Rose. Needs Rose every minute to close this series. Game 4. Back in Chicago. United Center is packed. April 28th, Saturday night. National television. The city is electric. Bulls come out strong. Rose is aggressive from the start. Attacking. Driving. Getting to the rim. First quarter, 8 points. Second quarter, 6 more points. Halftime, Bulls up 10. Rose has played 20 minutes already. Third quarter, Rose keeps attacking. Keeps driving. Keeps putting pressure on his knees with every plant, every cut, every explosive first step. Bulls extend the lead. Up by 12. Up by 14. The game is pulling away. Philadelphia can't keep up. Fourth quarter starts. Bulls still up big. 8 minutes left. Still up 12. Rose is still in the game. Still playing. Still attacking. And people are starting to wonder, why is he still in? The game is over. The series is about to be tied 2-2. Why risk your MVP in garbage time? 6 minutes left. Bulls up 10. Rose still playing. 4 minutes left. Bulls up 12. Rose still playing. Thibodeau isn't pulling him. Isn't resting him. Isn't protecting him. On the bench, players are looking at each other. Joakim Noah glances at the coaching staff. Wondering. Waiting. Expecting Rose to come out. But he doesn't. 2 minutes left. Bulls up 12. Game is completely over. Philadelphia has given up. Bulls are going through the motions. And Rose is still out there. Still playing. Still one drive away from disaster. 1 minute 22 seconds remaining. C.J. Watson has the ball. Rose is spotted up at the top of the key. The play isn't designed for Rose. Doesn't need to be. The game is won. Watson passes anyway. Rose catches it. Habit takes over. Muscle memory. Instinct. He doesn't think. Doesn't calculate. Doesn't consider sitting this possession out. He just plays. One dribble to his right. Drew Holiday is guarding him. Not pressing. Not trying. The game is over. Rose takes one more dribble. Drives left toward the baseline. Plants his left foot. Hard. The way he's planted a million times before. The way he's always planted. Explosive. Violent. Trusting his body to absorb the force. But this time, his body doesn't absorb it. This time, something gives. The pop is audible. Players on the court hear it. Fans in the front row hear it. Rose hears it. Louder than anything else. Louder than the crowd. Louder than his own thoughts. Just pop. And he knows. Immediately. Instantly. Doesn't need a doctor. Doesn't need an MRI. Doesn't need confirmation. His knee just exploded. His career just changed. Everything just ended. He doesn't scream. Doesn't grab his knee dramatically. Doesn't fall to the ground writhing. He just stops. Stands there for 2 seconds. Processing. Understanding. Accepting. Then he starts limping. Slowly. Toward the Bulls bench. The crowd doesn't realize yet. They're still cheering. Still celebrating the impending victory. Still unaware that they just witnessed the end of an era. Rose reaches the sideline. Trainers rush over. He waves them off. Keeps walking. Toward the tunnel. Just sit in their lockers processing. Joakim Noah is crying. Taj Gibson is staring at the floor. C.J. Watson, who passed Rose the ball, looks devastated. Feels responsible. Feels guilty. Even though it's not his fault. Even though nobody's fault. Except maybe it is. Maybe Thibodeau's fault. Maybe the training staff's fault. Maybe Rose's fault for not sitting. Maybe everyone's fault for not protecting the franchise player in garbage time. Thibodeau holds a press conference. Tries to explain. Tries to justify. I didn't think about taking him out. He wanted to play. The game wasn't over until it was over. But everyone knows. Everyone heard the excuses. Everyone understands that those 47 seconds, from pop to tunnel, they define his coaching career now. Not the defensive schemes. Not the playoff appearances. Not the success. Just those 47 seconds when he didn't pull Rose. When he left his MVP in a blowout. When he chose winning by 15 instead of protecting the future. Rose has surgery 3 days later. Successful surgery. Clean repair. Expected recovery timeline 8 to 12 months. Doctors are optimistic. Media is optimistic. Fans are optimistic. But Rose isn't. He knows something nobody else knows yet. He knows that the physical injury is just part of it. The mental injury is worse. The fear that starts growing the moment his knee popped. The fear that will live in his mind every time he plants. Every time he drives. Every time he trusts his body to do what it used to do automatically. That fear, that mental scar, that's what really ended the old Derrick Rose. Not the torn ACL. The fear. The 2012 to 2013 season. Rose is clear to play by February. Doctors say he's ready. Physically healed. Knee is strong. Can return. But Rose says no. Not ready. Not yet. Needs more time. Media criticizes him. Fans question him. Teammates support him publicly, question him privately. Why isn't he playing? The knee is healed. The team needs him. The playoffs are coming. But Rose knows something they don't. The knee might be healed, but the mind isn't. The confidence isn't. The trust isn't. Every time he tries to plan in practice, his brain screams danger. Every time he tries to explode, his body hesitates. The old Rose, the fearless Rose, the explosive Rose, he's gone. Replaced by someone careful. Someone hesitant. Someone scared. The entire 2012 to 2013 season passes. Rose never returns. Bulls make the playoffs without him. Get eliminated. Rose sits on the bench in a suit. Watching. Unable to help. Unable to be who he was. The criticism intensifies. People call him soft. Question his commitment. Question his heart. They don't understand. They can't understand. Unless you've felt your knee explode. Unless you've heard that pop. Unless you've lived those 47 seconds from certainty to uncertainty. You can't understand the fear, the trauma, the mental battle that's harder than any physical recovery. 2013 to 2014 season. Rose finally returns. October 5th, preseason game. Everyone watching. Everyone waiting. Rose is tentative. Slower. Less explosive. Still good. Still talented. But different. The fearlessness is gone. Replaced by calculation. By caution. By fear. He plays 10 games. Averages 15 points. Looks like he's finding his rhythm. Finding his confidence. Finding himself. Then, November 22nd. Portland game. Rose drives. Plants. Different knee. Right knee this time. Meniscus tear. Another surgery. Another recovery. Another setback. Another reminder that his body can't handle what it used to handle. That the explosiveness comes with a cost. That the fearless drives lead to injury. And the fear grows. The hesitation deepens. The old Rose drifts further away. The years that follow are a cycle. Recovery. Return. Injury. Recovery. Return. Injury. Different teams. Different cities. Different roles. Chicago trades him to New York. New York trades him to Cleveland. Cleveland releases him. Minnesota signs him. Detroit. Then back to New York. He's 25 years old when it starts. 30 years old, and he's already a journeyman. Already a cautionary tale. Already a what-if story. The youngest MVP who never became a champion. Who never fulfilled the promise. Who never got the ending he deserved. Not because of lack of talent. Not because of lack of heart. Because of 47 seconds. Because of one plant. Because of one coach's decision. Because of one moment when everything that could go wrong did. October 31st, 2018. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Utah Jazz. Rose is coming off the bench now. Role player. Veteran presence. No longer the star. No longer the future. Just a player trying to prove he still belongs. First quarter. Rose hits a three. Then another. Then another. The shots keep falling. The confidence keeps building. The old Rose starts appearing. Not the explosiveness. Not the athleticism. But the skill. The feel. The ability to score. He finishes the first quarter with 19 points. The crowd is going crazy. Teammates are energized. And Rose feels something he hasn't felt in years. Joy. Pure basketball joy. Without fear. Without hesitation. Without trauma. The game continues. Rose keeps scoring. Mid-range jumpers. Floaters. Threes. Everything falling. Everything working. By the fourth quarter, he has 40 points. Then 45. Then 50. Career high. At 30 years old. 6 years after his knee exploded. 6 years of surgeries and setbacks and doubt. 50 points. The final buzzer sounds. Teammates mob him. Celebrate him. And Rose breaks. The emotions he's held for 6 years come flooding out. He collapses into his hands. Crying. Not from joy. From release. From pain. From everything he's carried. From those 47 seconds that changed his life. From the fear that lived in his mind. From the doubt that followed him everywhere. All of it pouring out in tears that won't stop. The video goes viral. Rose crying. Face in his hands. Overwhelmed. The caption reads, "He finally did it. He proved everyone wrong." But that's not why he's crying. He's not crying because he scored 50. He's crying because for one game, for one night, he wasn't scared. He wasn't hesitant. He wasn't that version of himself that emerged from those 47 seconds. He was just a basketball player. Playing basketball. Without trauma. Without fear. And that feeling, that freedom, it breaks him. Because he knows how rare it is. How fleeting. How much he lost. How much those 47 seconds cost him. April 28th, 2012. 1 minute 22 seconds left. Bulls up 12. Derrick Rose catches a pass. Plants his left foot. Here's the pop. Walks to the tunnel. 47 seconds. That's all it took. 47 seconds from MVP to cautionary tale. From future champion to what-if story. From fearless to fearful. And everyone who was there, everyone who witnessed, everyone who could have changed it, they live with those 47 seconds too. Tom Thibodeau carries it. Never lives it down. never escapes the criticism. The coach who broke his MVP. C.J. Watson carries it. The player who made the pass. The teammates carry it. The trainers carry it. Chicago carries it. The entire city that watched their homegrown hero's career end in garbage time. In a game that didn't matter. In 47 seconds that mattered more than anything. That's the story nobody tells. Not the injury. Not the comeback. Not the 50-point game. The 47 seconds. The walk to the tunnel. The moment when everything changed. The moment when the youngest MVP became the biggest what-if. The moment when Chicago's championship window closed. The moment when one plant, one pop, one decision to keep playing cost everything. And the saddest part, the part that makes it unbearable, Rose never blamed anyone. Never pointed fingers. Never said it shouldn't have happened. Just accepted it. Worked through it. Carried the weight of what could have been without complaining. That's Derrick Rose. Not the MVP. Not the 50-point game. Not the tears. The 47 seconds. And everything that came after.